when when Trump says that he likes the uneducated and he likes the stupid, well, what can you say? What can you say? Hmm. Remember when 9/11 happened, and I think it was some white male country loser, America, America, one of those guys that literally killed a Sikh man thinking that he was a Muslim, right? The ignorance, primarily with white males regarding Muslims, is just literally astounding. It really is. They are the ones that that have been soaking up this anti-Muslim propaganda that started with that whole Bin Laden hoax. That was a hoax. If any of you believe that they killed Bin Laden, you remember how all those images right before allegedly he was killed, it was a different person in every image. One guy looked, every single image or video, the person looked different every time. It was a hoax, man. It was a hoax. I'm not going to get too deep with that, but see, we killed him, right? Right, Obama? Nah, you didn't kill anybody. You didn't kill anybody. That was a whole hoax. If you go back to all those old images, that Osama bin Laden character was a hoax, okay? And ever since then, you have these white male Republican conservatives that view all Muslims as being terrorists, and this is because uh, the American school system has dumbed Americans down. Okay, um, it should be required reading for everybody in school to read the Quran to understand what it says, to understand at least some of what the Sikh religion says, because there's a difference, people. Okay? And not only that, when you don't have a desire to learn anything new, because I was just talking to this stupid MAGA on X, and he's going on and on, and we'll keep on, and if they try to rebuild their nukes, dude, it's amazing how they can show you no pictures, no video, no evidence. This is how stupid people are, right? With these people, their Muslim hatred, their Muslim hatred just knows no bounds. Like, you're dealing with stupid people. You're really dealing, and I don't see, I do not see black men acting like this. You want to know why? Because we have the Nation of Islam in America, and in a lot of our families, we have Nation of Islam in our family, and these are just normal. And in all of our community, these are just normal people. They go to work every day. They come home. They never hurt anybody. But the ignorant white man, the stuff that comes out of his mouth, right? Iran is the axis of evil. Oh, really? Really? Who said that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction? You killed the leader of Iraq, and you turned out and there were no weapons of mass destruction. And your boy Colin Powell, not a good look. Not a good. I know he is respected in the manosphere, But I keep trying to tell these people, you do not get into these positions of power unless you bend the knee to Zionism, and you have to be in one of these secret societies. You don't become a general unless you bend the knee to evil. That's just the way it is. That's just the way all of them are thoroughly vetted to bend the knee to white supremacy. So I don't really respect any of these people. Like this latest general that got sacked. What was his name? He was talking about Captain Traore, black general. They fucking removed him. You don't get to those positions unless you bend the knee to King Bibi. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So the ignorance, all these white males, for the life of me, I don't understand. I do. I don't care. Like a lot of white males are very frighteningly ignorant. They're very frighteningly ignorant. They're very frighteningly bigoted. For all these Keishas that want to date white males, marry white male, he may not talk about you, but he'll go on and on. Fuck them goddamn Muslims. Like, there's so many Muslim men of all races in my community, or all nationalities. I know a lot of Muslims that are Indian Muslims from India. They are the nicest, happiest guys in the world. They have wives, they have young children, and this one guy comes to my mind. I get him all the time, and I love to be with him. He's the nicest man in the world. He drives Uber every day, all day. He always has a smile, always has a laugh, always saying something nice. White males go along with the complete demonization of Muslims. This is what they do. The vast majority of Muslims are peaceful people. They don't harm anybody. They don't want to harm anybody. They just want to take care of their wives and their families. I meet them all the time. You know, I had one that was really trying to proselytize me. That was like the first time that ever happened, and I completely declined respectfully, and he was good with it, and we're good. You know what I'm saying? But they're hardworking. They have businesses. Now, can you find some of them that are, like I said, how many of them are extremists in the whole Muslim world? Maybe 1% or less than 1%. But in America, from what I've been seeing my whole entire life, they just have jobs like everybody else. Some of them are in the armed forces of the United States. Some of them are federal workers, postal workers. I see these guys everywhere. I see the women. I see the women in my community driving Uber. They're very polite people. I get in the Uber with the Muslim women, and she's playing Muslim like a religious podcast, and I heard that the podcaster was telling, it was a female, a Muslim female. She was telling them how to be better wives for their husbands and how to be better mothers for their children. I'm drinking Gatorade. It's so damn hot. It's crazy. They are very wonderful people. And if you've never read the Quran before, like I have, then you don't understand them, and you are walking around with a sponge inside your head because the media is feeding you this steady diet of Muslim equals terrorist, Muslim equals terrorist. I see this shit now more than ever because I really don't watch TV. I watch TV maybe once in a while, and I will see some of these shows like NCIS. I like NCIS, right? But if you pay attention to it long enough, it's like Muslim as terrorist, Muslim equals terrorist. This, and it's this constant Western propaganda, right? And the same thing is, the Israelis are good, Muslims are terrorists. Like, it's all propaganda. That's all I wanted to say about that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can type in the comment section any bad encounter that you can have a bad encounter with any group of people. You can have a bad encounter with your own group of people, and I've had plenty of those. But for most of my whole entire life, I've never had a Muslim man hurt me. Never. I've never had a Muslim man disrespect me. Matter of fact, in my local deli, that these Muslims, I don't know where they're from. They actually, they actually call me Habibi, and I will give them the Habibi back. And but if you are stuck, which means beloved, if you are stuck on this, they're all evil people, they're all this, they're all no, no, no. And if you can't separate certain governments from the people, you don't get it. Like, not only that, there is plenty of Israelis that don't like Netanyahu, and they are always protesting against him all the time. But see, you don't get this. You don't get this. You are just a sponge for Fox News propaganda. You are just a sponge for Western entertainment propaganda that always shows Muslims on all these TV shows with their AK-47, and you know the Americans have to kill them because they're bad guys. It's the same propaganda all the time. When you see them as one-sided, you don't see them as human. That's the point that I'm making. And this is something that ignorant white males, I see them typing all on Instagram, YouTube. It's the same shit. It's when you see them all as the enemy, you are not operating in reality. And I'm going to say this, closing out. Israel attacked Iran first. Okay, if Israel can have a nuke, if America can have nukes, if Germany and France and all these other countries, and what is it? South Africa had a nuke at one time. If Ukraine had a nuke, Russia and China have nukes. North Korea can have nukes. Who is this country and any other country to tell a sovereign nation that they can't have a nuke? Then you say, well, they said death to America. Okay, MAGA, don't we have something called freedom of speech? I've threatened people before, right? It's just words. They threaten Israel. Okay, Israel is genociding the Palestinians. So you motherfuckers are crying about words? Seriously? If you're telling me that they are not starving these people and shooting these people waiting for food, this is what I'm saying. We cannot get along with everybody. We cannot love everybody. And we can't dialogue with everybody because some people are too far gone. I have worked with people like this. And every time conversations like this come up, and it's just like, oh, they're all terrorists. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? I know a whole bunch of them that are just everyday people like you. You have been brainwashed ever since Obama was in office to think that they're all terrorists. I absolutely hate ignorance. I hate ignorance. I think you're a piece of shit to be this old in 2025 and you don't know the difference between a Muslim and a Sikh. You don't know the difference between the Quran and the Adi Granth. Like, you don't learn nothing new. All you do is you turn on Fox News and you're just a sponge for white supremacist propaganda. I fucking hate people like this. I really do, because they're just goddamn worthless. Excuse my French.